Well, what's everyone up to on YouTube and Rumble? I say that most of my viewers are on YouTube. I don't know about that Rumble. I put videos on there just kind of like I said, just to kind of get my my brand out there, Live Rich Cambodia. But I don't get a lot of views on there. I think I've had a total. I put almost all the videos that I've made for Live Rich Cambodia on there, and I've only had like 63 views, I think, or something. I don't know. It's not really, but I have made, because they tell you how much money I've made on Rumble. Okay, with the videos I've put on and the I have made. Check this out. I have made 0.01 cent. I've made 1 cent on Rumble. They have your how much you've made. So I don't know if they're going to send me that with in cash or in a check, because if cash, I don't think they make a penny anymore. So they're probably going to have to use a check or direct deposit. So I don't know. I don't know why they even put that on there, but they put it on there. I've made 1 cent. Anyways, getting close for me to head out of here and head back to the jungle over there in the USA. I know I talk about that a lot, but don't, like I said, you can tell I don't really want to go. It's kind of getting close, and it's such a long flight, you know, and the whole airport thing, man. I don't like the airport. It's not that I'm scared to fly. I just, you know, just the whole airport scene, man. Security and the scanners, and you got to walk around with your bags. You got to sit over next to the gate waiting, and you know, then you got to get on the plane and get off and all that stuff. It's just, yeah, it's just kind of a really big hassle. But hopefully, this will be the last time I ever have to do that, to go to the United States. And I don't mind flying other places because they're closer, but hopefully this will be the last time that I ever have to go to the United States. But I can't say that for sure, because you never really know what's going to happen. I don't know if you guys seen or not, but Thailand and Cambodia, they're kind of having a skirmish over there. They've been having them for, oh man, the last couple hundred years. It flares up every now and then, dies down, flares up and dies down about over a little bit of land. Both the countries are pretty poor, so I think they're, in my own opinion, this is just my own opinion, I think they do that just like the United States does a lot of things for distractions. It gets the people behind the country, right? Then they're not looking at the leaders. They're just looking at the leaders as their saviors. And like I said, I don't know if that's what's going on. It's just over some small. The border, they say, is one place, and then the border says one country says it's in one place, and one country says it's in another place. But it doesn't make a difference. Both countries are pretty poor down the list. I think Thailand's like 70 something, and Cambodia is like 130 something. So Thailand does have the stronger military. They have, I believe, 6 used F-16s, and they have 6 used Wolverine airplanes from the United States. And Cambodia doesn't have any aircraft whatsoever, combat aircraft. They have none. They have some old Russian MiGs that have been broke down for years. Nobody knows how to fix them, and even if they did, nobody knows how to fly them. And Cambodia has no attack helicopters. Thailand, I forget the number, but they have, I'm going to say maybe 8 or 10. I don't remember what it is now, but Cambodia has no attack helicopters. They have no paramilitary. They have no, you know, they have no airborne whatsoever. And Thailand has I'm trying to think how much it is. Thailand has like almost like 100 million people. I mean, it's like, you know, and Cambodia has like 17 million. So, I mean, the differences are they're just unbelievable. So anyways, but we don't live anywhere near the border, and so it's not, like I said, neither side is so stupid they're going to go to full-out war. It's just these skirmishes, and a couple people die here and there. And I don't want to see anybody die, but that's just the way it is. That's the way the world's working now. They make a big deal of 2 or 3 people die, and man, like 15 people die in Chicago every weekend. So I mean, I guess you have to put it in perspective. So, but anyways, I still want people to come over here and live. Like I said, Southeast Asia is just so much better than the USA. I watch a lot of these videos from the USA, and I just watch these people getting on, and somebody I have them making TikTok videos of them having to move into a hotel because they couldn't pay their rent. And I mean, a hotel is more expensive than rent. I don't know how that works. Maybe they get some kind of a deal from Salvation Army or Red Cross. I don't know how that works, but are they getting their car repoed, or are there just all these different financial things? And I understand if your house burns to the ground. I understand that if your car breaks down, but a lot of these people, they have put themselves in these financial situations. Okay, they don't live on a budget. They have no clue about their monthly bills. You can ask them, how much do you owe? How much is your light bill every month? I don't know. How much is your food bill every month? I don't know. They don't have any clue about their financial situation. I just look because I'm really into the gold and silver thing. So I just looked right now, and I think gold is up $4,300 an ounce. Probably most of you don't know that. And silver had touched $64 an ounce. That's quite a bit, man. Should have bought it. Should have bought it when it was cheap, I tried telling people, I tried telling everyone I knew, man, buy gold and silver. And they said, well, they didn't have the money for gold. And they said, really, nobody wants silver. Well, they want silver because they have to put silver in every electronic item that you have in your house. It's got some silver in it. Okay. It's called silver solder. And they use silver for a lot of different things besides just wearing it. Anyways, like I said, and I see these, all the people on these dating apps, hooking up, scrolling right or left. I don't know. I don't know which one is which. And I mean, it just seems like a way to try to meet somebody on an app. I just don't find that to be. If you meet somebody on an app, I guess maybe it works out for some people. But they're going to probably be back on that app again, looking around. When you're asleep, when you're at work, when you're in the bathroom, whatever. They're going to take their phone to the bathroom. They're going to still look and see if they can find something better. Okay, for me, that's just the way that works. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Like I said, I've never used any kind of dating app. I've just met I've met girls in person. Friend of a friend type of thing, like a blind date almost. I miss the days of dating. I don't think they even really date anymore. I don't think no guy goes and knocks on a girl's door and goes to pick her up, takes her on a date anymore. I think they just hook up, as I say. I don't know. It's kind of taking all the fun out of everything. But anyways, I guess because maybe I'm an old man and things are changing around me. But I just see all this craziness going down in the USA, and a lot of other places too, that just doesn't really need to be happening. If people would take care of themselves a little bit better, plan a little bit better, and not try to live this fantasy lifestyle that they put on the internet for people to look at. Most of it's fantasy. Most of it's fantasy. I had some guy, like I said, I'm almost ashamed to say it, but I put my videos on Twitter, X. I post a few things on there, just talking about how ridiculous the whole platform has become, and they send you these direct messages. And this guy sent me a direct message. He looked like he might have been from the Middle East or possibly Indian. I couldn't tell by his photo, but he sent me a direct message with a on his photo, on his little profile photo of him leaning up against, supposedly it was him leaning up against a gold Rolls Royce, telling me he's a billionaire and he can help me become a billionaire just like him. I answered back. I said, I don't need your help. Number one. Number two, you could be some Chinese person here in Cambodia, man. It's just a ridiculous platform. It's just a ridiculous thing for me to do. And he responded back that I didn't like money. And I thought to myself, who would say something like I didn't like money? I don't want to give my money to you. I know that. Anyways, and then on this Twitter thing, I don't know how many. I have, I don't know, maybe 100 on. I have two different channels, just like I do on YouTube. And I don't even know how many. I'm going to say 60, 70, 80 followers on each one. And I don't know how many Angelina Jolies I have, and how many Elon Musk, and how many Mark Zuckerbergs, and Charlize Theron, however you say her name. And they just keep coming. And they're sending me a message asking me how I'm doing. Why would a movie star care what I was doing? Why would Mark Zuckerberg want to send me any kind of a thing? It's just ridiculous that people would fall for that kind of stuff. And I send them back a message sometime, because if I have time I do, but a lot of times I just ignore them. But I asked them, why don't they have a blue check mark by their name? Because that's who's verified. And they said this is their private account. I don't want anybody else to know about it, so don't tell anybody about it. And it's like, it's just a ridiculous thing. And they have all these women on there in these compromising positions and stuff, wanting to know if you want to see more pictures of them and DM them, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, man, like I said, you guys can do whatever you want to do, man. It's your life, it's not mine. But all that stuff just seems to me to be a whole bunch of waste of time. It's just craziness, just an absolute waste of time. I don't do any of that. Like I said, I said on one, I think it was one of my shorts, I would rather go downstairs and hit myself in the foot with a hammer than sit there and scroll on that X. It just, there's a couple of people on there that I've watched a couple of good things, and I've met a couple of, it seems like sincere, really nice people. Like I said, I think I talked before. I talked to a couple young ladies in a university. We did the Zoom thing. They're from Indonesia, wanting to become teachers, and they saw that I was a teacher before. I had posted I was a teacher, and anyways. So I did some Zoom with them, talked to them for a little while, but most of that stuff on there is just absolute rubbish. And I don't know who would waste their time on that, man, scrolling around through that thing. Like I said, anybody that would do that, I mean, it's your time to do whatever you want to do with it. I don't really care. But for me, it's just an absolutely ridiculous thing. And for me, if you want to meet somebody, first of all, I don't find, for me, that's just for me. I'm not speaking for nobody else. Maybe you have the best woman. I don't know. Maybe you have like the Queen of Sheba. I don't know what you got going on over there. But I'm just telling you right now, being an old man, and when I was younger, making really good money, having nice things, I didn't have any problem at all with the girls. Okay, I'm not no Don Juan or anything. Wasn't no player. Wasn't actor. But when you have nice things, and I've had some really nice sports cars, and I've had some really nice Harleys, and some really nice houses, and all those things, and they can tell by the way that you carry yourself. I'd meet girls at the gas station, just wherever, and start talking with them and get their phone number. Man, I don't know. I just had so many problems with them, man. I just did, them not telling me the truth, or them telling me they didn't have a boyfriend and they did, and you get to be over like around 30, 35 years old, man, and you're going to find all the ladies out there, they got the kids, okay, and they're going to want you to take care of those kids for them. I don't know where the baby daddy is, don't know, and you got exes coming over, and and you just got all kind of bad situations, and I just kind of got out of it. And then, like I said, you get up in around 50, oh man, and the ladies are going through that change of life thing. Now you got grandkids and great grandkids or whatever else they got going on, man. And it was just a bad scene for me. I mean, like I said, maybe some of you guys can relate to that. I don't know. But if you guys don't like it, hey, if you like your life, man, if you think you got a fantastic life, man, you stay right there in the USA, man. That's the perfect place for you. If that's what you think, if you honestly believe you got a nice life, man, stay wherever makes you happy. But I wasn't happy there anymore. I wasn't happy. I'm not even happy going back. And I'm only going to be there for a month. I'm not happy about that. So you can pretty much tell I was not happy about living in the USA. I just had all I wanted of it. And like I said, I did make good money there, but I can still make good money over here. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. I can still make good money over here. So can you guys, man. If you want, you can too. You know, like I said, there's so many different things, man, you can do over here. I've the teaching, working in some of these corporate offices. Especially if you got a degree, you can work online. They call them digital nomads. A lot of you probably don't even know what that is, but and you're in Southeast Asia, so it's like I said. Plus, it's a nice adventure, man. It's a nice adventure. I've traveled all over the United States. I'm gonna say the last 4 years I lived there. After my daughter was born, I needed a job that I could stop doing anytime I wanted. I didn't want to ask, can I have time off? So I went and got my CDL, truck driver's license, and I drove for a little company for, it was a pretty good sized company, for 9 months, 10 months, got some experience in, and I got my own truck, and I contracted out for FedEx Ground. And I did that for the last like 4 years I was there, because that way I could just stop my truck whenever I wanted to. If I didn't want to take in loads, I didn't want to take in loads. I just park my truck and hop out and hop on an airplane and come over here and see my daughter and my wife for a couple 3 weeks, and then go back and jump right back into the truck again. And so like I said, I changed careers intentionally so I could do that. And I got to drive all over the United States, man. I drove everywhere. I was over the road. I've driven, I think, out of the 48 lower states, I think I've been to like 42 or 43 of them. Some of them I didn't go to, like Vermont I never went to, and New Hampshire. But anyways, there was almost all the states I had been to. So I've seen pretty much every place in the United States behind the wheel of a truck, and it just, like I said, I just got fed up with it, man. I just got fed up with it, and at 62, I threw in the towel, man. I said, I got enough. I got enough, man. I don't need to work no more. I got enough, and I wished I had left there a long time ago. Before that, before I was 62. But like I said, I got a pretty nice life over here, man. I got a nice wife, a nice daughter, a nice house. I don't have to really, I don't really have to stress anything over here, and I like that. You guys can have the same life, man, but like I said, it's up to you guys. I can't make no one change your life, man. Only you guys can change it. You can go back and live with mom and dad or auntie and uncle or whoever that right there is, but or have 8 people in a house, sharing rooms and stuff like that with roommates and all the rest of that, and living that chaotic lifestyle, not knowing somebody's going to come into the mall and start shooting people up and stuff. And I don't know, man. Like I said, if you guys like that, you guys like that. I as you can tell, I don't even want to go back there. So, anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go right now, and you guys have good. Also, subscribe. If you guys want to subscribe, man, you want to hit subscribe. That'd be way cool, man. I appreciate it. I always say that at the end of the video. Maybe I should say it at the start, but thank you guys for watching this video. If you stayed all the way to the end, a lot of people, they don't stay to the end, man. Sometimes they only watch the video for like 18 seconds. So I don't know, man. Maybe they don't want to hear what I got to say in that first 18 seconds. I'm like, because I can look at the analytics, and I'm like, man, 18 seconds. I don't even know if I've finished saying hello yet, and they would have clicked off. So anyways, You guys have a good one, and it's a Friday afternoon over here in Cambodia, man. I think it's coming up to Thursday morning for you guys, or excuse me, Friday morning, Thursday night over there for you guys. So anyways, you guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you later.